is your boy Fury. And what we have here, lo and behold, is let's continue a session that I did in my last Transformers Corner video. And I was showing you my collection. I mentioned the legend, the mythical, the awesome Optimus Prime. And I told people if you thought Ultra Magnus was difficult to transform, you ain't seen nothing yet. And trust me, Ultra Magnus has more parts to it, but like I said, once you separate the torso can turn to the truck, but the body on Ultra Magnus actually turns to the trailer. Whereas this trailer here, of course, it looks easier, but we know that's not the case. As you can see, it has roller in here. You can put out the back. You can put out the component of the vehicle like this. But there's also a way of putting these down on the bottom. If you don't see that right there, hang it down. Hang it down. It has blast projectiles. It have roller. It has a couple of things. And that will put that here. But I want you guys to see this is the issue here. Optimus himself. Now, you're thinking if you had the old school Optimus Prime, it would be easier to transform. Matter of fact, let me pull Missing Link Optimus from the collection so I can show you the difference. You're gonna pull Missing Link. Oops, sorry, RC. You're gonna pull Missing Link from the collection, and we are going to show you. See now, this is Missing Link Optimus Prime right here. This is 86 Optimus Prime. If you want to know why I say 86 is difficult, I'm going to show you exactly why by transforming Missing Link Optimus, which is an enhanced version of the original Optimus Prime that came out. So as you can see here, got new ratchet system, got arms. Let's take away the Energon X. That way, you're going to take it out of his hand. You're going to take the blaster, the ion blaster out, and we're going to put those to the side right here. And as you can see here, very simple to transform. If you don't know, we're going to use Missing Link Optimus Prime to show you, by example, why this is the more difficult one here. But in a good way. Good figure. I'm going to show you that in a moment, how to get him back to looking like Optimus Prime. And it doesn't look as easy as this one. But let's transform him so I can set up the expectation for you. Feet down. Press in like that. See? If you remember the old school one, this ain't that much different. Roll them. But first, you might want to get the legs back. Get the legs back. And you would want to get him his hands folded in to the side, because they're going to go inside here. Unlike the original Optimus Prime, the hands dislodged and pegged off. Not this one. This one here goes right in to the side. This is what Missing Link is all about. Hey, how you doing there, Daryl? See, Missing Link takes that. But first, before I even do that, I forgot to flip the head. Let's flip the head. There we go. That's better. See that? Look, I'm almost done already. Look at that. Look how quick it takes to transform the original Optimus Prime. Well, Optimus Prime. This is Missing Link. Look how fast that took. Look at that. And it has its own trailer, which I have over on the side. Now, you see Missing Link, very easy to transform. Now, let's get to the complexity of Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, which is right here. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. To start, you're going to want to, you're going to want to take this apart. These are the legs, of course. Still blue, still true. But before you take the legs apart, you might want to go here. And you want to do the flip of the door. Or not even that. Slightly take this up. Slightly move this forward. Move this up. Take these off the back. Unfasten that from the back, see? And fold those down. Fold those down. You see that? Look at that. Now, you want to be able to turn it up. Now, you want to take these and you want to move them away. Temporarily. Move them away. I'm not done with those yet. But before you do that, you want to switch them back. See? It flips. You want to switch them back to the blue side. I'll show you why in a moment. Now, this is the head right here. Look at it. Hello there, Mr. Monkey Roblox. And you're going to see, you would think it would just arms pop out, chest, head, and arms like the original, like the missing link. Not at all. It's not that simple. Now, you want to get the arms out of here. And you want to take the arms, which is right here. And we're just beginning. Now, you want to take this down and take these down. And the first thing you might want to do is fold that piece in right here and repeat and do the same here. Okay? But I'm not done. I'm going to show you more things you need to do too. Now, you got the legs here. Look at this. You want to identify the front legs right here. And you want to turn this upper body. But before you can do the upper body, you got to fold this. I told you it's complex. Yeah, I thought I was bugging, but I'm not. You want to flip this up. You want to flip up the front because, surprise, it's not as simple as you think. Now, before you can even flip that up, you got to push in this piece here. Look at that. You want to push this and fold it out like this. Like this. Fold it. Look at that. Fold that. And then you want to hold that there temporarily because you want to take these right here, the front, and you want to turn it the other direction. But before you can do that, you want to lift these flaps up, which are Optimus Prime's obliques. Look at that. Now you can twist the whole upper body that way. But first, before you do that, you got to fold this back into place. You got to take this and you got to put those to the side like this. To the side, to the side. You see those blue right there? To the side, to the side. Fold that down. And you're able to finally flip that up like this. And flip the head. Push the head back up like that. It's going to be, whew. All right, let's pull. There we go. It's easier to do it that way a little bit. Look at that. Now, the head is out. And you still want to get that out the way before you can do that and get that up there. But first, like I said, I got to push the obliques all the way back into place. And in the meantime, I'm going to fold up the doors right here. That's all back kibble that you see right there. You see how difficult this is? But I love transforming him. And then you push this back in place right here. Look at that. Look at that. See? This is going to be his abs, which is the truck grill, which are basically Optimus Prime's abs. Then you flip that down. Look, that's the abs. Look, you see that? Now, there we go. It's starting to make some sense. Look at that. Look at this. All that to get to him. And then you want to fold this over. But before they do that, you want to hinge it a little bit high. And you want to fold that into there like that. Because that's gonna go to his back. And then put his obliques down like this. And you want to twist the front grill, because you know it's his front. When you see this, you know it's the front. That's Optimus front. And you want to make sure that the legs are like that too. And you can know that by the feet, which you want to fold back down like that. And fold that back out like this. Fold this down, fold this back out. But that's not it. Look at these right here. You see that right there? That has to fold in. These are what connect the legs when he's in truck form. You got to fold those down. And then you want to take the wheels like that. And you want to push those in like this. Push those in like this. And you want to remember I told you that you turn those around. You want to take that and you want to slide it like this into the groove to hide his leg. Now you got a full-on side leg. You're going to do the same thing here like that. Full-on side leg. You want to slide it in like that. Look at that. But I'm not done. Now, this door here, you say you love it? Cool. Glad you do. Note that these figures are for 15 and up in age. They got different Transformers for different age ranges. This is the adult. This is the teen to adult. Now, like I said, you want to press that in on the back. You hear that click in. And then you want to put the pipes there. But you're saying, where are his hands? Good that you might want to find that out. They're right here. You see this? The hands are here. Fold that out. And kind of like Missing Link Optimus, you can fold those back out like this and close it like that. If you want to leave that peg there, that peg has a reason. The peg has a reason. You can also put the Energon X in one hand like this. Leave one hand as that. But first, before you do that, you want to make sure that you fold it back, the arms back the right way so it can flex. See, I had this fold. You're going to fold it like that. That's the difference right there. You want to fold it. I had it like this to transform, so I could fold that way. You want to make sure at this part right here, you want to fold it in like this. And fold it in like that. And then I think my only issue I have with these is how loose the pipes are on his arm. Maybe in a few years they'll fix that when they bring out another one. And then you pop that in like that. Put the flaps down back here. And then you pop that in like that. And that's his back kibble. But all of that is the truck grill. Now, Ion Blaster goes in one hand. And you clocked me. And I've been doing it. It took a minute to get that, right? It took me a minute to do that. So now I can put the blast in one hand. Adjust that. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. So now we have Prime here. And we have the Energon Axe, which fits on the peg. This looks very cartoon accurate from when he used it in the first few episodes against Megatron. The hand completely went in and came out as the axe. So this is very accurate looking, to be honest with you. And now, as you can see, we have Studio Series 86 right there. Now, and that took some time. And you have his trailer right here. You have Roller, and you have the I forgot the tech deck name, but you have that here. You can put the blaster blast effect on here if you want to. And you can basically set it up like that. Now, that was difficult to get to, but once again, just to show you how difficult this one is, I'm going to show you how easy Missing Link is. Just like the original cartoon toy almost, but with a few enhancements to it. See? Separate feet, arms out, hands out like that. Hello, again, hands out, and just like that, he's back. That's how simple the original one. Now, when I was a child in the 80s, this is how Optimus Prime looked as the toy. And this is how he looked on a cartoon. So you're getting two generations right here. We saw this look on a cartoon as a kid, but we had to use our imagination to make this toy to tell ourselves this toy was that. But with today's toy engineering and molding and everything, you can get cartoon accuracy. Yeah, see you're right. That is easy, and his energon axe is even easier. I mean, it's basically just it fits over his hand like this. You put it in a glove position like that, and then you close it in at the bottom. And that's his energon axe right there. And then his own version of the ion blaster, which is Prime's main weapon, is right here. And it's that simple. That's how you got both of them right there. And just like that. See? Not that bad, right? But 80 Studio Series 86 is a beautiful Optimus Prime. This is what people call like almost masterpiece grade. It's like that. Let me bring it down here. Almost masterpiece grade type. And this is based off of the original series in Japan called Diaclone. If you didn't know that, his name has always been Convoy. But let me also show you a bonus Optimus Prime that I got. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna go get it from my collection. Let me see if I can show you that. Let me just. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Let me find a bonus Optimus Prime I wanted to show you, which is one has been my placeholder before the Studio Series 86 came out. I had this one here, and let me bring it over to my table and stuff, and I will be able to show you. Now, let's take a look right here. Now, this is Earthrise Optimus Prime. This is Earthrise. This was my Optimus Prime for a minute right here. This was the one in my collection. As you can see, size-wise, he's not that big, but he was my Optimus Prime. Now, Megatron for 86 Studio Series is definitely bigger than about the same size as the 86 one, but both Megatron and Optimus were smaller when it came to Earthrise and Siege. So let's see if I can remember how to transform this one. Because this when it really started to get is almost familiar. You got the wheels on the back here. And you're gonna have to twist the body here to a certain degree. And the legs still do connect, but you want to twist the body like that. And you want to make sure you open up the compartment for the head like this. Flip that in. Lift up the chest a little bit. Flip out more of the components like this. And you want to push back those part of the oblique because you want to fold this in like that. And you want to fold the legs like this. Fold the back flap down like that. Fold in the feet like this. And put those together. Now, we got that going. But before I can fold the legs down, I might want to work on the upper body. Make sure the upper body is set like this. Click that in. And now I want to press that to the side. I'm going to fold the doors out for now. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the hands. Fold the hands in. Make sure the hands go, because also these hands fold in as well. And you want to be able to pinch those to the side like this. And you want to fold the door in like that. Now, same thing with these hands right here. You want to do that with the hands over here. With the hand here. Fold it back. Make sure you got it going like this. Oops. Let's take that arm and put that in there like that. Come on, get in there. Get in there. We almost there. Let me flap this door out again. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That satisfying click. And you have this here. It's all right. Your battery's at 3. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for subscribing. It's okay. Now, this was Earthrise Optimus Prime right here. That Optimus Prime there was my placeholder for many years until he came along. And this is what we end up with now. So, we have different generations of Prime. No doubt, no competition. This is my favorite. But Earthrise is near and dear to my heart because this was my placeholder for. This was the first Optimus Prime I owned in my collection. First Optimus. Now, as you can see, looked very cyber, almost Earth, but a little bit of the Cybertronian flair with the grooves and all the build-ups from the Rise and the Siege series, whereas the animated series had a more smoother animation accurate look, whereas this had a more CGI techno industrial type look to it. But they all have trailers. I have his trailer, I have Earthrise trailer, and this is Studio Series 86 trailer right here. But real quick before I end the stream, I'm going to transform him back real quick. And arms out. I want to bring that up. I'm going to pop the chest out, the head up. Like that. Mm. Come on, get your head up out of there. Is his head stuck? It might be stuck. Might have gotten it stuck. I'll fix that in a moment. But first, get this here. Get that. And you see the legs stayed out. The wheels stayed to the side. Whereas this version hides the wheels. This hides the wheels pretty well. Whereas this one here kept them pretty out like the old school Optimus. The wheels are out. So this kind of has a new but nostalgic feel to it. Whereas this one here was a little bit different. Let's put the back out like that. Fold that back out. Fold you back in like this to go as the hips, as the wheels head here for the hips. It was like completely different, but somewhat familiar, if that makes any sense. Arms out, door, 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 door. I want to fold this end like that, and that will fold like that. First, I gotta fix that head right there, which is stuck there. Come on. Don't break on me now. Don't break on me. Head of Prime. I command you out of there like that. Oh, God. Come on. There we go. Head of Prime is out. I feel like one of the babies I delivered at work. You know, I'm an EMT for a living, so I've delivered a few babies in my time. Getting that head out of there. Once that head out, it's all downhill from there, as you can see. Now, we're back in business, and we can get the hands out, which is right here. And then use the peg to use that, push that in. Hands is out. Same thing. And you have him right there. And his ion blast is 2 different colors, which is weird. All right. But you have him here. This one didn't have an Energon axe. Unfortunately, Earthrise didn't have the Energon axe that came with it. But it's the GOAT nonetheless. This has been many other collectors' go-to prime before Studio Series 86 dropped. You can ask many of them, and they'll tell you the same. Before Studio Series dropped, it was this guy here. Okay? So now, we left with 3 generations, or 3 iterations of Optimus Prime we have before me right here. The video, he was the focal point. He was the focal point because he was the most difficult one to transform. This one here showed you how simplicity the classic toys, how simple the classic toys were, versus a little bit of a nostalgic look, but with the complexities almost as complex as this one. So there you have it, man. This was my live about the complexity of Studio Series Optimus Prime, and as for bonus, I showed y'all other primes. I have many other Optimus Primes in my collection. If you want me to see, if you want to see one more Optimus Prime, can you please put a 1 in the chat? If you're watching, anybody, please put 1 in the chat, and I will do one more Prime as a bonus. Okay, 1. All right, gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go get that from a collection. I always switch it back here because I don't want nobody to see how messy my apartment is right now. And I just got home from work. All right, so let me see what prime I'm gonna choose for you guys. Okay, I just looked at that. It's gonna be a very unorthodox Optimus Prime at that. It's from the Power of the Prime series. And this Optimus Prime is going to be one of the more awkward Optimus Primes I've shown you in a long time. So let's get ready. Now, let's take a look. All right, this is Power of the Primes Optimus Prime. This guy here has stability issues standing up, but let me explain something about this guy here. You heard the old school expression, more than meets the eye? This one here is the epitome of such. Let me move the other three Optimists out the way because I'm going to need some room to work here. This one here has a special surprise with him. Okay, let's take the gun. Let's take the gun here, and we're going to remove him from here. And I'm going to have to remember this one because this one here is going to be a weird one. I'm going to show you something that it does special. His upper body is actually his original form before he was Optimus Prime. And look at that right there. If you see on the back of this trailer, that is, let's fold the arms out. That is what we're going to remove from here. That is a whole different transformer back here, y'all. This is a whole different transformer. I'll explain to you in a moment. That is Orion Pax. You can see his head here. That is who Optimus Prime was before he became Optimus Prime. He was Orion Pax. And it's folded up in here compactly to be the upper torso of it. Let me see if I can remember how to get him out of here. Let's see if I can remember. All right, head down. All right, he's out. Now, look at that. Look at that right there. Empty husk. Kind of reminiscent of what they did with Ultra Magnus, but not as difficult as Ultra Magnus. Now, this is the upper torso. This is the head here. And we could turn him into Orion Pax right here. Fold out the feet. Fold out the feet. And let's do chest. Let's take the chest. Let's fold out Orion Pax's head. And let's fold in Optimus Prime's head. Fold up the chest. Flip down the head. And you have Orion Pax. That is, if you've seen their old cartoon of War Dawn, when the aerial bots went back in time and they met Orion Pax and Ariel, who will be later known as Leader 1 and Optimus Prime, you saw them in this form here. He was just a young dock worker who admired Megatron and the Decepticons because he didn't know they were evil. He admired the fact that they could fly. So trustingly, he let them into the energy plant and they turned on him, destroying him, well, critically damaged him, Ariel, and Dion, which a lot of people believe Dion is Ultra Magnus because he calls him brother and stuff. Like, it wouldn't be surprising if Alphatron did turn Ultra Magnus into Dion. And you got this one here. Now, we got the body here, which will become the trailer. Let's work on that now, because we're going to turn Orion Pax into the truck. All right, so if my memory serves me correct, I will flip this up like this. Matter of fact, let me have a seat and do this, and I'll show you guys. This is going to turn to the trailer. I just got to remember how to do it. It's been years since I transformed this. It's been in my collection for a minute. Let's fold out this flap. Fold out that flap. I'm getting there. See, look. The flaps on the arm will be the side trailer. Like that, see? And this will be the back of the trailer, I believe. Like that, see? Fold that up, fold that up. And these will kind of interlink together. If you look in there, you see the interlink. That will interlink together like that a little bit. And that here will come out like that. Look at that. Yep. Like I said, ain't the prettiest prom, but it was a unique play on Optimus Prime here. So now I got to remember how I got this in there. I think I fold it like this. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that this folds into there somehow. I'll figure out how this goes. Yeah, like that. Okay. Figured it out. Now we're going to put that together like this. It's going to be a hollow trailer. It's only to give you the look of it. Like I said, it ain't the prettiest looking rendition of Optimus Prime, but it's pretty cool for what it can do. You know? Fold that down. And fold that down like this. Look at that. Almost there. See? Now we have this here. I'm gonna put that together a little bit better. Just give me a second. Like I said, it ain't the prettiest. They perfected it with Ultra Magnus, where Steel Series turning the body into something. They really perfected it, turning the body into the trailer. They perfected it with 86 Ultra Magnus. This was like the proto form of that. I'm just trying to get these to snap in properly so it can stay in place. They actually have a Rodimus Prime one, but I'm gonna save Hot Rod Rodimus Prime for another live stream in the near future. So now you have this one here, and you will put this down here and push that down from up like this to down like that, and you have the trailer. Now let's work on this one. This one here is of course Orion Pax, which doubles as the truck. So you want to take these, fold it down, and you can see that those will come to the side. I'm going to figure out how to do this. Like I said, I haven't transformed it in quite some time. So I'm going to fold the head down. I'm going to fold that down like this. And I'm going to get these arms out of the way. And I want to push that in like this, fold this in, fold that in like that, arms out the way, fold that in like that. Okay, there. All right. Now I gotta remember how these arms went. Because like I said, the arms just basically went back here like that. Like I said, it's not the prettiest looking Optimus Prime, but it had multiple multiple like functionality to it. Fold this down, wheels out like this. Now look at that. See how that folds in? Fold the feet in. The feet go to the side because it's simulated. You put Orion's Pack's head here like that. Now the arms are the issue. You want to fold the hands in like that. Fold the hands in like that. And you want to probably just leave it like this. Hold on. And like that. See? And like that. See? Like this. I'm trying to fold that in. Maybe if I turn it this way, that'd be better like that. Look. Now, like I said, it ain't the prettiest looking prom, but this is where it went like this. And you ended up with something like that. You see? Now, you ended up with that. Now, the joy of getting this thing back as Optimus Prime is going to be the last thing. And I'm going to say bye-bye. Now, there we go. Get you here. It's time to put him back as Optimus Prime. Fold this up, swing this over, and it will take the place of the chest. It will go over the Orion Pack's chest or the Optimus Prime Trailer chest, and it will go like this in place. Now you want to fold the arms. But first, before that we do that, let's take the head out. See? Take the head out. And if you're just tuning in, this is a bonus transformation. Just to show you, this is the power of the Primes Optimus. Already transformed the Studio Series 86. If you missed that one. All right, there you go. Head in. And you want to make sure the legs fold in like this. Fold in like that. You want to click those in together by the knee. You want to fold those in by the knee like this, look. And then we're going to get the body back in shape. You got the core of him right there. Now, let's get the body. Let's turn this back into the body. Let's release shoulders, flat bend, fold arm, flat bend, fold arm, like this, legs, fold in, oops, well, I will put you back in one moment. Okay. Now I'm remembering how you went. Oh, see, I'm clicking both of them off. All right. I'll fix them in a moment. It happens. Comes with the territory, people. Nothing to see here. Okay. Now, let's figure out how this goes. Fix the arms. Fold that back in. Fold that back in. Get the legs going. Like this. Down. Like this. Down. All right. Now, we have the body almost done. Let's get the feet back in shape. Now, the ankles on this is the weakest part of it all. They got to really do something. I know I got to look for something, and that as of for the improvements on this, but the ankles are the weakest part. See that? Weakest part. All right. Fold you in, and we will have the back of the leg like this. Fold you in, and we will have the back of the leg. Let me fence this side and make sure my gloves don't get caught in there. All right, and look. Now we got the legs complete. Like the hip stability is an issue, and the hips and the feet are a big issue. You see that? The moment you push on it, the moment the ankles lock goes back down like this, and he looked like he got rabbit feet, which I don't like. It's a cool figure for what it can do because it represents, it gives you Orion packs, but it is not nice. So now you want to put them back into here like that and push him all the way up. Oh yeah, but I almost missed something. Let's push him out again. Of course, I missed something. Let's peg that back into place like that, and then push him in like this. And the head. But first, I'm gonna take him out again. Take him out again because I missed something. I want to make sure I get that out. It's the neck I'm worried about. All right, there we go. That's what I was worried about, making sure the neck is in there. And now, making sure that flap is in there like this. Once again, people, this is the bonus transformation of Power of the Primes Optimus, which was, like I said, it has very, very poor ankle joints. Very poor ankle joints. But if you position it correctly, you get this. And people have made many updates to this where you can completely turn this thing into its own thing, but you can't transform it ever again. And remove the Orion Pax figure from it. But I have Orion Pax already from the War Dawn. Like I mentioned, the cartoon War Dawn episode of Transformers with the Aerobots going back in time accidentally and seeing the origin of Optimus Prime, you were able to also, they made a Orion Pax figure based off of the mold of Cup. Cup is the veteran Autobot. Remember him, the old man, voiced by Lionel Stander. Anyway, this is the 4 primes that I have. 4 of a few more primes I have. And I have 2 more of these in the box that are unopened. I accidentally ordered more than I thought. And I have an extra Ultra Magnus as well in the box. But there you go, y'all. Thank you for watching the stream, people, and sticking with me. And if you are a Transformers collector, I'm gonna run down the line. This is Missing Link Optimus Prime, which you can buy off of Hasbro Pulse for about 120 plus tax. Studio Series Optimus ranges from $90 to $100 due to the tariffs. Earthrise is on, I believe that one there is still somewhere between 40 to $50 if I'm correct, brand new if you haven't got this one. And I think they re-released the Power of the Primes, which runs for about the same price as that one as well. So anyway, we can get into Masterpiece territory some other time because I do have Masterpiece Optimus Prime, MP10. Tune in next time. Maybe I'll bring out that Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Until next time, y'all. See y'all later. Peace out.